Let me see, who is next for their appointment? Oh, yes. They should be out in the waiting room. I'll pop my head out and see if they're ready. Hello. You must be here for the Calming Thoughts appointment, correct? I figured it was you, since you're the only one in here. We like to schedule so that you have plenty of time by yourself to arrive and settle in. We are never in a hurry here. Did you see there are refreshments and snacks on that table over there? Okay. Feel free to help yourself to something, or I can always get something for you as well. Please, follow me, and I'll show you to your room. Come this way. We aren't likely to see anyone else, but there are people in all of those rooms we are passing by. We offer a lot of services here. General relaxation, sleep aids, cuddle sessions, but my favorite service is thought calming. I love it because it's very effective. Okay, go into this room and I'll follow you. As you can see, we have lots of space. There's a big, fluffy, cozy couch if you want to have a seat. There's a weighted blanket if you like. And this basket right here is a warming basket. It has pillows in it that hold heat if you want something warm to snuggle with while you rest. Oh yes, feel free to take off your shoes if you want. Some people even change into pajamas. We want you to be as comfortable as possible. While you settle down onto the couch, I'm just going to sit in this chair across from you and start up my tablet. Is this your first time having your thoughts calmed? Okay. How this works is there is this big, soft-looking bracelet, and you can put it on your wrist or on your ankle, or you can open it and rest it on your shoulder. Basically, this flat surface here just has to rest on your skin somewhere to make contact. See, it has a green light sensor on it. The light will go off when it's making contact, so you can put that wherever is comfortable. I have a tablet here with an electronic pen, and as you relax, the sensors are going to pick up your thoughts, and it's going to translate to my screen as lines and colors. Here, I can show you. It's pretty cool. Think about an ice cube. Think about how cold it is and the sound it makes. See, look here. Can you see all these lines and shapes on my tablet? That's your thought. Now, think about how cold ice can get. And maybe even if you drank something cold too fast and you got a brain freeze. Okay, good. Now look at the tablet. All around the lines and shapes, do you see this kind of gray, fuzzy stuff? Those are unpleasant thoughts. Those are the dusty, blurry parts that hang around and make the rest of the picture less clear. So what I do is I take my pen and I use it like an eraser. And I just carefully erase all of this fuzz. And look, see how crisp and colorful it is now? It won't hurt or anything. I find it quite calming. But sometimes you can feel a little tingle in your forehead if I'm doing a lot of work in one area. This is just a simple example. Different thoughts will have different levels of blur and fuzz. We could work on whatever you want. We could clean up all of your unpleasant thoughts around ice cubes. But since you're here, I'm guessing there are some thoughts you want treated specifically. What's one thing that's been causing you stress lately? Let's pick something simple to start. You sometimes have trouble sleeping? Okay. Tell me more about that. I hear that one a lot. And as you think about it, I can see there is a lot of gray fuzz around those thoughts, so I will start to clear that away. I can even zoom in to get really precise. You don't have to focus very hard on the thought after the first time. Once it's loaded onto my tablet, I can keep working on it while you talk about whatever you want. Sometimes you worry you won't be able to get sleep, so then you stay up worrying instead of sleeping. That does seem unpleasant. What was that? You can feel it tingling in your head? Well, this is a very muddy looking thought, and there are a lot of areas I'll need to clean up, so that makes sense. There is something you could do that would help me out. Now that I'm working on erasing the stressful parts of the thought, you could think about the best version of the thought. So imagine if it was time to go to sleep and everything went really well. What would that be like? Would you make yourself a calming drink? Would you listen to any music or maybe a podcast or an audiobook? Do you like white noise or would you want it to be quiet? Would you have a night light or would you like it to be nice and dark in the room? Do you like a lot of blankets or less blankets? Do you like your pillow really fluffy or firm? Do you like to be all warm or do you want it to feel cool? Thank you for recounting your thoughts. This is really helpful. It makes the shapes and lines brighter and bolder, so it's easier for me to see where the fuzz is that needs to be erased. How are you feeling? Do you feel relaxed? Thought calming is very relaxing, I think. Yes, I get it done myself once a week. It feels nice. A lot of people say it makes them feel lighter. It can be a good habit to get into. For your first session, we're addressing the large, sweeping areas that are out of balance. But as you get it done more and more, we are able to be more detailed and specific in the areas we clean up. So you might not go home today feeling completely free of unpleasant thoughts, but you'll leave feeling better than when you came in. And the next time, you'll feel even better. And the time after that, you'll feel even better. And pretty soon, you'll notice a big improvement in your thoughts. Life can be tough, so there are often new things that come up all the time. If you want, you should come here regularly. Oh, you don't have to worry about prices. We have funding to offer complimentary memberships for anyone who needs one. There are lots of people whose lives have been improved by thought calming, and they donate so that others can find the same kind of healing that they did. Yeah, it's a really neat program. Okay, there. Your thoughts around sleep are looking much, much better. Like I said, there's still a lot of detailing we can go in and do, but for now, is there anything else that's been stressing you out? It's okay if it's something personal. You don't have to tell me, and I won't know what it is based on the pattern that shows up on my tablet. You can think of any unpleasant thought that you'd like me to revise, and it'll stay personal. Take your time. There's no rush. Try to relax and breathe. Okay, I can see it now. Focus for just a second while I lock onto it. Okay, there. This thought is very complex. There's a lot of interference around the edges and some pretty dense areas of static as well. I mean, it's so dark it's almost hard to make out any other shapes at all. Is this a thought you've had for a long time? Well, it would sound easier to just delete the whole thing, wouldn't it? But thought calming doesn't work that way. Well, it would seem easier to just delete the whole thing, wouldn't it? But thought calming doesn't work that way. Your thoughts and feelings are formed by your experiences, your interactions with others, your own internal beliefs. They can be wound very tightly to you, and it takes a gentle hand to start to unwind all of that. It can be a slow process, but it's very rewarding. I'm going to start out on the edges of this static and start to brush it away. I'm sorry you've been dealing with such a heavy thought. It can be hard to try to handle things like this alone. Sometimes we have people that we trust who we can talk to, but that's not always the case. And it's exhausting to carry difficult things alone. When I started doing thought calming sessions on my own thoughts, it felt a bit overwhelming. There were so many things in my brain that I wanted gone forever, and it was hard to even know where to start. And I asked the same question you did. Can't we just delete the whole thought, like it never happened? But over time, I learned to trust the process. I had this one thought. It was very dense and dark and layered like yours is. It seemed to be tangled up deep inside of me. I didn't know how I was going to separate it from who I am. But little by little, me and the technician, we started to clear the gray fuzz away. We started out at the edges, erasing the big spots that kind of look like watercolor, just blobs. And then we moved in towards the center of the thought and began to wash away the other parts. And slowly, through the layers, we started to be able to see the shapes and the lines and the colors. They were hard to make out at first. They had been so buried in that gray mud that seemed to swallow up everything. But eventually, after we cleared away all the fear and the worry, the part that was left was just like any other thought. It no longer seemed like a part of me. It was just a thought passing through my brain, and you know what I did? I replaced it with something else, with a different thought. It might take some time, but I know you can feel okay again. There's a lot here to clear away, but little by little, it will get better. And soon you'll be able to see what's inside of this mess. And it will just be a thought. And then you can decide what you want to do with it. How are you feeling now? Kind of tired? That's normal. Your mind and body are going through a lot right now. It takes a lot of energy to process these things and let go of all that gray fuzz that's been hanging on for so long. It will get easier, but you're doing a wonderful job. How about this? Let's stop for now. You did so well, and you're still getting used to the process. So we can end on something very light and lovely. The main purpose of this tablet is to erase the unpleasant parts of thoughts. But do you know what else it can do? It can also enhance pleasant thoughts. Now, it's not a dramatic difference, but if something is already good, I can make it a little bit better. Does that sound nice? It is. Do you want to try it? Okay, great. So take a deep breath and then let it out. Now think about something you enjoy that makes you feel good. Really hold on to that thought. Think about where you're feeling that good stuff in your body. Is it warm or cold? Is it mild or strong? And I'll just take my pen and turn it up a little bit. There. Is that nice? It's fun, isn't it? The tablet will save these settings to your profile, so whenever you have on that bracelet with the sensor, and you think this thought, it will feel just as good. Well, they're working on making some smaller, more portable versions that you can take home with you. Wouldn't that be amazing? Then you could feel like this whenever you want. But you have done a wonderful job today. I'm very proud of you. Thank you for trusting me to calm your thoughts, and I hope I can see you again very soon.